So, a little while ago, most of you who are subscribed probably subscribed from the one video I made a few weeks ago at this point, maybe 2 weeks ago, about how playing killer is extremely unfun against Survive with Friends. Well, these past few weeks I have been playing more and more Survivor, and I've begun to realize just how horrible the solo queue experience is. And I recently saw a video titled "Survivor is Strong, but Why Does It Feel So Bad?" That video was made by Pixel Bush. I'll throw a screenshot of the thumbnail in his channel, and I'll link his channel down in the description if you guys want to go watch that. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It's actually a really good video. And I couldn't help but think the entire time, this guy is like super correct. It's crazy. And I watched about a quarter of the video before I had to go do something else, but he is genuinely right on so many levels. Survivor is strong, but I myself single-handedly, and I'm sure many of you have experienced solo queue and the lack of communication. Because sometimes playing Survivor is extremely fun, and it's super easy because your teammates know what they're doing, and you know they actually think before they do an action, and it ultimately leads to a super easy, super fun escape, right? But then the majority of those games, when you're playing by yourself, it's like it's like you and three headless chickens are just running around the map barely trying to get out, and overall it just leads to a really crazy experience. And I even posted on the Dead by Daylight subreddit, I'm like, I'm trying to get to Survivor Erie 1 for the achievement, right? But no matter how hard I try in these games, I always get one pip. Even if I escape, I only get one pip. Sometimes barely. And a lot of people were leaving comments saying it's easier to get 2 pips on killer because it's literally just you who's doing everything. Whereas as a survivor, unless you're the main character, getting in chases 24/7, you know, getting unhooks and heals constantly, you're only going to ever get 1 pip, which that's a whole problem in of itself. But the whole time I was watching that video, I was thinking to myself, this is basically the equivalent to my video I made, but from the perspective of a survivor. And I highly doubt this guy will be watching this video, but honestly, bravo, man, because he managed to explain my thought process. I'm trying not to sound like, oh, mine, because his video is completely original. I'm not even remotely part of it, but it's just crazy because me and him unintentionally came to the same conclusion without ever even speaking to each other. And I really think that just goes to show that because of this, the fact that two people who don't even know each other can ultimately end with the same conclusion just goes to show that this is a genuine problem in the game, right? And I really just wanted to make this video to talk about the fact that I have been experiencing this exact same thing, but from the survivor's perspective. I did a stream yesterday. Well, I'm not sure when this video will be going up, but you guys know what I mean. I did my first YouTube stream, and actually, I want to give a huge shout out to all the people who showed up. There were a lot of people who showed up to that stream. I'm going to make a video about that here soon. But during that stream, I played mostly Survivor because the killer queue times were upwards of like 20 to 30 minutes, and I'm not waiting for that. And I found myself complaining about my own teammates like an astronomical amount, because the people I'm going with, they just either aren't paying attention or they're just doing things that don't matter. Like Why are we cleansing totems when there's one generator left and 2 people are on the hook? it just doesn't make sense. You know, and I watched some of that stream back. I went up against a lot of good killers in that stream, and a lot of the teammates after a while were just horsing around. There was one match I got into that was clearly with a 3-man survive with friends. We were going against a clown. I did ultimately get sacrificed, but that's because he had no ed. Yeah, we all... Great perk. But anyway, we were playing on Haddonfield, and 2 of them managed to escape, which ultimately led to a tie. In just thinking about that, this clown had a full haste build, so he was basically 30% extra haste the entire match, chasing all of us around. The fact that on Haddonfield, 2 out of a 3-man Swift can escape, it's just insane. It really is. And I was thinking, I was like, holy crap, man. These guys, they're so good. I literally left a message in the endgame chat saying like GG's, good teammates, or something like that. Because communication in this game is ultimately the strongest thing for survivors, and it can be the biggest difference between a killer getting a 3 or 4K and then just being completely annihilated. It's becoming a very, very big problem. But in Pixel Bush's video, he pointed out the fact that perks like basically anti-healing perks that would Sloppy Butcher, for example, it used to be much more viable, but nowadays there's no anti-heal at all for killers, pretty much not at all. And what little anti-heal they do have is on a time limit. But there are perks from characters like Leon, for example, which completely counter anti-heal, because by the time you stop healing, your heal meter only goes down by like 1%. So those perks are basically useless nowadays, combined with the fact that heal speeds are so fast now. Even during the stream, I was playing at one point a like support / medic build, right? And I could literally heal a full health state off of some people right off the hook in less than like 4 seconds. It's insane. And I really just wanted to make this video to talk about the fact that surviving with friends genuinely are a problem. And it makes me feel almost vindicated to know that even other Survivor players, I'm not sure if he's a Survivor main or whatever, but even other Survivor players are starting to realize this. I am starting to realize this is a much bigger problem as a solo queue Survivor player. I don't even main Survivor. I'm a killer main. And even I'm starting to see just how much easier it is when you play with a Swift. It's insane. But jokes aside and serious discussions aside, that stream was actually really fun. A lot of you guys who showed up were really nice, and a lot of you brought up some really good discussion points, as well as a lot of fun. I really do appreciate the support. I mean, it wasn't anything crazy. It was like 6 viewers max, but, you know, I used to stream on Twitch for, I don't know, months at a time, and I would just never get any viewers at all, not even one. Meanwhile, I streamed once on YouTube, and I got more viewers in one stream on YouTube than I did on Twitch in a year. So, I really do appreciate you guys, and it's... it really just made my whole day, you know? I don't know if I've already talked about it or not. I don't ever plan on becoming, like, the next PewDiePie or anything insane like that. I've always wanted to, ever since I was a kid, to just basically carve out my own little corner of the internet, have a small little community, and just hang out, really, you know? Just chat about stuff everyone's passionate about. Maybe talk about movies, video games, whatever. You know, I do have a tendency to unintentionally get a little political, but I think that's also important to talk about sometimes because, like I said in one of my other videos, if you don't face reality, reality is going to face you, you know? So, yeah, I really just wanted to make this video overall to honestly give props to Pixel Bush. I mean, I'm basically a nobody, let's face it, but I do think that we as the community of Dead by Daylight can actually start to heal this game when we can reach the same conclusion. Now, sure, we could take different paths to get there, but at the end of the day, if we do come to the same conclusion, we can begin to have peace, and with that peace, we can actually come up with solutions to make the game better for everyone, everywhere, on both sides. But, yeah. Other than that, guys, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, feel free to drop a like and subscribe. And my friends, I shall see you later. Goodbye, my habibis.